Alright, and we are back for another tier list video. And today we're going through Sinnoh and Hisui, because it's the same thing. So we have 138 to get through, which include regular Pokemon, Mega Evolutions, Hisui Pokemon that went extinct, and their alternate variants. Yeah, so let's just get underway. Turtwig, love this little guy. So I'm going to put him on par with. You know what? I'm putting him above Totodile. I love turtles. It's a cute little guy. And what's not to love about it? Plus, I can have the anime attachment. Groddle. I still have the anime attachment, but I don't like it as much. So I would say above Chikorita in A tier. Torterra, once again, anime connection, which kind of hurts it in this case. But it's a pretty good Pokemon if you use it right. So I will put it above Hisui and Typhlosion in A tier. Actually, no. Above Ivysaur. Chimchar. Anime attachment, obviously. However, okay, yeah, I use it more in Sinnoh playthroughs than Turtwig, so yeah, I'll give Chimchar the edge there. It's a cute fire monkey, which kind of started my own mental pattern for starter predictions. So we got a fire monkey Gen 4, a grass monkey Gen 8. Are we getting a water monkey in Gen 12? I sure hope we are. Monferno. Now, this still has the cute factor to it. Kind of. It's not as cute as Chimchar, but it is powerful. And it's very helpful against, I believe it's Roark in the Sinnoh games. Honestly, yeah, I'll just put it barely above. Infernape, anime attachment. This thing is a beast. You know what? Right above Swampert. I absolutely love Infernape. And it is a powerhouse. Piplup. Fun fact, before I even knew Charmander existed, Piplup was my favorite Pokemon. So, it is definitely second place. And then Charmander is right at the top. Like, I grew up starting with the Diamond and Pearl anime. Because I believe that just started when I first started watching. And besides, penguins were one of my favorite animals growing up. And they still are. So, Piplup, definitely second place. But will it be dethroned? We'll find out eventually. Prinplup. Not as cute as Piplup, and it's not going to rank as high as this other clump of starters. I'll put it right below Blastoise in the A tier. I don't hate Prinplup. It just leaves something to be desired. Let's go with Empoleon. Now, this one is definitely going up here with the clump of starters. I'm going to put it above Combuskin but below Blaziken in the A tier. So that goes to show which starter I use more often in the Sinnoh games. Empoleon. And well, Piplup, Empoleon, Prinplup. But yeah, let's move on to Starly. It's a cute Pokemon. Definitely a Pokemon I've used countless times. Like, more than I'm happy to admit. Well, now scratch that. I'm not ashamed of using Starly, even though everyone else uses Starly. I'm putting it right below Caesar in the A tier. It's cute. It's one of the most well-known Pokemon in the Sinnoh region. And what's not to love about it? Staravia. Little Elvis bird. Honestly, right below Caterpie. Nah, above Caterpie. It is a great Pokemon. It has that little Dairy Queen ice cream swoosh on the top of its head. And no, this is not sponsored by Dairy Queen. However, I used to work there. And that's for all of you OG viewers. Staraptor. This little emo bird. You are definitely getting a top spot. Because you're strong. Honestly, the best normal flying type. I'm gonna put you below. I think below Sceptile is a fair place in the A tier. Because it's not that far off from being at the very top of A tier. However, there's some room for. And yeah, it could use some improvement. Like maybe something other than the normal type. But it's still an amazing Pokemon. Bidoof. God tier. I'm kidding. Honestly, it's a cute Pokemon. It's funny because of the memes. However, I only really used Bidoof and Barrel for HMs. However, I I don't really have any other attachments to it. So I'm gonna say below Meganium. I can know above Meganium in A tier. B-Barrel, I will put this one below Meganium, for sure. It's, like, once again, only really used it for HMs, and it's not something I would actually go out of my way to use. And it is kinda cute. Okay, Cricketot. This... I will put right below Caterpie. It's adorable. I don't really use it. However, I have used it before, and it's actually pretty good for only a 2-stage bug Pokemon. Cricketune, just for its in-game cryo alone, gives it some brownie points. I'm gonna put it above Breloom. Like, I've actually used Cricketune before, and it's actually pretty good. And I know what you guys are thinking. Breloom has been in the news because of a certain individual that I'm not going to mention his name because I don't want to highlight him or anything. But Breloom is going to stay where it is. Just because it's a coincidence that he's connected to that person, I'm not going to bring him down. Alright, we got Shinx. This is a Pokemon I've absolutely used. And it is incredible. This one... Oh, excuse me. Oh, where did I put Starly? I mean, I'm not going to put it next to Starly, I just forgot where it went. Because there's Staravia. Oh, there's Starly. You know what? Putting it right above Starly. Okay, now this is making me think I want to put this below Scyther. Yeah, Starly below Scyther in A tier. And Shinx between Caesar and Scyther in A tier. Luxio. This was my first shiny in Pokemon Legends Arceus. Like, my first full odds shiny. In fact, I believe I got this one on Twitch. Twitch.tv/Sammy_Owens if you want to go check it out. Yeah, it's also pretty strong. So I'm going to put it right below Monferno. Luxray is right here. Listen, right below Infernape. As much as I want this thing to be electric dark type, I'm just happy this thing exists. Because it's strong, it's fierce, and it's just really cool. I mean, since I've used it countless times. Yes, I know, I have the basic Sinnoh team. Okay, but don't get me wrong, it's a cute Pokemon, but it's kinda pointless. I'm gonna say B tier above Cleffa. Honestly, friendship evolutions, for the most part, just kind of annoy me. Mainly because if you don't have the right things, it's going to take forever. And if you try to use them in battle, they tend to get knocked out easily. Roserade, on the other hand, I've used this thing, once again, on many playthrough teams. And I absolutely love it. It's really strong, and it has a really cool design. So I'm putting it above Mega Sceptile in the A tier. Cranidos. Listen, it's a dinosaur. I was obsessed with dinosaurs growing up. So I'm putting it above Flygon. Because it's cute, it's cool. Rampardos, on the other hand, this is gonna go... where... Okay, yeah, that's where you went. Okay, so I'm actually going to bump this down below Alakazam. Yes, it's still cool, but I don't like it as much as Cranidos. Shieldon. Right below Cranidos. Once again, it's a dinosaur. What's not to love about it? Bastiodon. This one I will put right above Gardevoir. Like, once again, don't love it as much as Shieldon, but I like it a lot more than Rampardos. Alright, so the 3 Burmese and the 3 Wormadams I will pair together. Well, I'll actually focus on all 3 of them at the same time. So, the Trash Cloak form is honestly not that good. Honestly, I'll put it in lower B tier above Meditite. The Sandy Cloak form, let's say B tier above Spinda. And Burmy right up, right below that. Honestly, Burmy's just an underwhelming Pokemon. And now we're Madam. The Trash Cloak form. Honestly, yeah, right above Trash Cloak form. Burmy. Okay, did anyone else think the Sandy Cloak form of Wormadam looks like a pizza with pepperoni? Okay, but anyway, that gives it a little bit of an edge above its regular form. Well, I mean, yeah, I guess it's regular form. The, plant one. But I mean, like, over the Burmy. Okay, so Mothim. Mothim's actually pretty cool. It is way better than anything else in its evolutionary line. Plus, it has a really cool shiny. I'm going to put it above Pichu in the A tier. Combi. Now, I understand why it has a gender-specific evolution. I'm just not a fan of that. So, well, I mean, it also has a decent design. So I will put it above. You know what? I'll put it above Hisui and Electrode in B tier. Vespiquen, on the other hand, is a great design. I wish it was a little stronger, but it's gonna go right above Kecleon in A tier. Pachirisu, it's a world champion. However, that doesn't really affect me much. Honestly, at this point, the Pikachu clones. Wait, has it? Was it at this point or? Yeah, Plusle and Minun, I actually had. Well, yeah, I had a bit of an attachment to them. However, yeah, I'm just gonna stick Pachirisu with those. However, as much as as much as I think the Pikachu clones are cute, I just wish they were a lot stronger or had evolutions. Alright. Weasel. Listen, if I'm not using Piplup, I'm using Weasel. I'm putting it above Chimchar. It's cute, I have the anime attachment to it, and the in-game attachment. Floatzel. Do I dare put it above Infernape and Luxray? Now, I'm actually going to put it right above Combuskin. Once again, it's a cute Pokemon. However, I don't use it as much as the Piplup line. Cherubi and Cherim. Ooh, excuse me. Cherubi's cute, but a little underwhelming. Honestly, I'll put it below Pidgey in B tier. Like, I wish they did more with that Pokemon. Cherim. Honestly, this closed up one, I will put it below Tentacool in B tier. It's not that interesting to me. However, this one's adorable. the Sunny form, or whatever it's called. Uh, I will put it above Cherim, above Cherubi, even though I don't like it as much as some other grass types. Wait, where was I going with that statement? But anyway, Cherim, I wish it was a lot stronger, or it had an evolution, depending on which form it levels up in. That would have been a cool touch. Alright. Now, I don't have a... Yeah, I don't have too much of a preference when it comes to uh, Shellos and Gastrodon. Uh, I'll put them all above cast form. Well, oh, excuse me. Okay, so, uh, yeah, the Shellos will be right above cast form. Well, hail form, cast form, in A tier. And then I will put these above Golem in A tier. Ambipom. Where did I put Apom? God, what did I think about Apom? I mean, whatever I said for Apom, it's not going to save Ambipom. But I'm just really curious. You know what, let's just put it in a lower B tier. It doesn't have that much of a connection to me compared to Apom. Yeah, because Apom has to be... Yeah, right there. Lower A tier. Like, I like Ambipom better than everything in C tier on down. I just wish it had a much better design. Drifloon and Drifblim. If we ignore its Pokedex entries, then I would have it much higher. Because it's a cute Pokemon. However, yeah, I gotta put them in lower A tier. Also, they're not the strongest ghost types. And I feel like it could have... Yeah, I feel like Drifblim should have gotten like an evolution or a Mega or something. Uh, Baneri. Uh, it's an alright Pokemon. It's cute. It reminds me of the rabbit that I got from my grandma. Well, no, it wasn't my grandma. It was from my aunt. Sorry, I've had that stuffed rabbit for God knows how long. Well, let's see. I'm 23, so it was at least 17 years. Uh, you know what? I'm going to put it top of B tier. In fact, let me see if I can find it really quick. Alright, so I believe it's in one of my other totes, and I don't want to waste all night just trying to find it. So, we're gonna move on to Lopunny, which, uh, God, I'm sure the furry community are gonna hate me for this. Like, it's an alright Pokemon. However, I don't like its design. I really don't. Like, we shouldn't be sexualizing animals. That's gross. So, I'm putting it above. Yeah, I'm putting it at the very top of D tier. Mega Lopunny, it has the fighting type. It's actually strong. In fact, I will put this above Mega Salamence. No, below Mega Salamence in the C tier. It's a good Mega, just not really for me. So, uh, if the furry community comes after me, uh, I'm not really sorry. Miss Magius. Where did I put Miss? Oh yeah, there's Miss Travis. I really like Miss Magius. Like, even though I haven't used one before, I think it has a very cool design. I'll put it above Shuppet in A tier. Honchcrow. I'm going to. Where did I put Murkrow? Okay, yeah, I put it in B tier. However, you're going in upper B tier above Baneri. Because I like that Mob Boss look. He just kind of sucks to catch. Alright, let's see. And so we got 6 rows plus 2 more. Glameow. Honestly, I'm just gonna put it right below Nosepass. Yeah, it's cute, but I don't have any attachments to it. Perugly. I'm going to put it above Why Not in C tier. Like, this Pokemon just kind of confuses me. Like, how can it be faster than Rayquaza? Wait, or is... Wait, hold on. No, let's see. Is... Ugly... Oh, faster than Rayquaza. Okay, no, it is not. Huh. What is Ugly faster than? Oh yeah, it's faster than the Lotties. Like, that is absurd. Miltank is the one that's faster than Rayquaza. Somehow. But yeah, I just don't like it. Chingling. I don't hate it as much as PM7 does. But why was it even made? I'm putting it below why not in this case. Yeah, it's cute, but it's just pointless. Chimecho, yeah, right here, should have gotten an evolution. Like, I understand why baby Pokemon exist. It was a fun way to introduce breeding and friendship evolutions. But, come on. We're past the point where we actually care about the baby Pokemon. Like, I don't mean that in a bad way. Like, yeah, some of the baby Pokemon I like Pichu and, well, the next two that I really like are coming up. You know what, I'll just deal with them now, so. Munchlax. That's a baby Pokemon I really like. It's cute. Yes, it's difficult to find, but that only marks it down a little bit. Where did I even put Snorlax? Because I feel like it should go just slightly under Snorlax. Oh god, where is it? Yeah, I don't have Snorlax in the S tier. Yeah, right here. Just right above Octillery in A tier. Riolu. This is cute, fierce, and like one of the stronger baby Pokemon. So I will put it above Bastiodon. So while I'm on the topic, Lucario. Upper A tier, right above Ludicolo. Excuse me. And then we'll also go with Mega Lucario. I don't like it as much as regular Lucario, so I'll put it right below Ludicolo. Well, no. I feel like below Mega Tyranitar is a fair call. Like, just design-wise. It's not my favorite Mega, but it's close to the top. And that's the only time we're going to be going out of order. Okay, and the Hisui Pokemon don't really count in that matter. Stunky. Yeah, I feel like I can just lump them with their counterparts. Because once again, I don't have much attachment to them. And I honestly don't like them as much. Bronzor is a good Pokemon. I've used it before. It's good in battle. I'm going to put it below Aeron. Bronzong. I like this. Just not anywhere as much as I love Metagross. This one I will put below the Deoxys forms, like these three. In fact, where did I put the fourth Deoxys form? I believe it was the defense form. Yeah, right there. So, Bonsly, Mime Jr., and Happiny. I'm just going to lump these three together. So, Bonsly, well, actually no, Bonsly is one of the baby Pokemon I actually like. Just not as much as some of the other Pokemon. I'm putting it in low A tier above Cascoon. It's cute. I like Sudowoodo. In fact, where did I even put Sudowoodo? Yeah, right up here. I don't love it as much, but it's a funny baby Pokemon. Then, I guess Mime Jr. Wait, where did I put Mr. Mime? I actually like Mime Jr. more than Mr. Mime. Because it's not creepy. I will put it above... Yeah, above Badoo seems like a fair spot. Happiny. I'm gonna put it below Cleffa. It's a cute Pokemon, but once again, kinda pointless. Chatot. Man, this thing was a menace on the DS. In fact, let me put Chatot. Uh, yeah, I'll put it in the bottom of A tier because I don't like it as much as Drifloon, but I can't really put it in a lower tier. In fact, let's see. Yeah, here's my DS. I have Pokemon Pearl in here. Now, I don't remember. Well, I need to charge it up. So, I can't really see if I have a Chatot. But anyway, Spiritomb. Boy, what can I say about Spiritomb that hasn't been said already? It's a great design, a great concept. It had no weaknesses until the fairy type was introduced. It's like what Sableye wanted to be, but better. So I'm going to put you above, you know, right above Delibird in A tier. We got Gibby. As excited as I get about Gibble, I don't really use it too much because of its 4 times weakness to ice. So I will put it right below Houndour in A tier. However, it is a cute Pokemon. Gabite, it's a bit of an awkward looking Pokemon. However, it is strong, so that's going to save it from going too low. I will put it right below, yeah, right below Ammonite in A tier. Garchomp. God, where did I put Dragonite? Yeah, there's Dragonite, and there's Salamence. Like, yeah, they also have 4 times weaknesses to ice. However, those are in games where... Wait, hold on. Yeah, there was an ice-type specialist in Kanto and Hoenn, I believe. Yeah, Hoenn had Glacia, and Kanto had Lorelei. However, I don't like the design as much as I do Salamence. Actually, I'm gonna bump it like right below Aggron. Mega Garchomp. Honestly, if Mega Swampert didn't exist, this would be the worst Mega Evolution. Like, based on the design. Like, it's... They scrapped Mega Flygon, but they gave us this. And this. Okay, Hippopotas. Or Hippopotas. However you want to pronounce it. I like this. It's cute. I've used it for a little bit, so I don't have too much of an attachment in-game. But I remember it from the anime where it would just ride on Ash's head. I'm going to put it no, uh, no, right here below yeah, right below Soul Rock in A tier. Hippowdon. Honestly, I kinda wish it was better. It's not something that really sticks out to me. I'm going to put it below Registeel in A tier. So 14, 28, 42, wait, hold on, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, yeah, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, 49, 50. 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, 56, 57, 58, 59. Wait. Oh yeah, so uh, I lost count. Okay, hold on. Let me do some quick math. So that's 14 times 4, that's 56. 7, 8, 9, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so I got 64 Pokemon left. So, I'm gonna get a move on here. Skorupi. It's a good design. However, I don't have much attachment to it. Right below Zubat. Drapion. Once again, I don't have too much of an attachment to it, but it is a cool Pokemon. I'm putting it right below regular Charizard in B tier. Krogunk, my boy. I'm going to put it right above Jirachi. However, I don't know what YouTube's policy with the S word that rhymes with chimp. Because he's a chimp slayer. That's my nickname for him, but not chimp, obviously. Mainly because of how we interact with Brock. Absolutely love it. I wish we still had that in the anime. Toxicroak, I don't have that anime attachment to it. But it's still a cool Pokemon. I'll put it below Magmar. Carnivine. Carnivine came in clutch when I did a grass type only run of Brilliant Diamond. So I'll say above Mega Venusaur in A tier. And besides, it's a silly little guy. What's not to love about it? Plus the anime. Honestly, Finneon and Luminion, I'm going to put them above... No, up top of C tier for both of them. Because, honestly, they seem kind of pointless. Like, I've seen them before in Pokemon games. I just feel like, oh yeah, they're in this generation. But it's not something I actively search for. Mantike. Once again, kinda pointless. So I'm putting it above Why Not. Actually, no. Let's just say above Charmew. No, above Sunkern. That's all the farther it's going. It's a cute Pokemon, but it doesn't really need to be there. Okay. Snover. It's an alright Pokemon. Above Why Not. It's a cool design, but it's not something that really speaks to me. Abomasnow, on the other hand, was another Pokemon that came in clutch for the grass type only run. However, his 4 times weakness was a bit of a hindrance. But then again, it was my Garchomp Slayer. Where the frick did I put Carnivine? It may not have an anime attachment to me, but yeah, you know what? I'll put it above Prinplup. I think that's fair. Mega Abomasnow. Now, this is a simple change to it, but it's a good simple. They didn't go too crazy with it. And I love that. Where... Man, where did it go? Yeah, I'd say this is a better Mega than Mega Venusaur. But just barely. Like, yeah, 4 times weak to fire. However, I've used it more. Well, not necessarily the Mega, but you know what I mean. Weavile. This is a strong ice type that I can get behind. I'm going to put it above Bastiodon because yes, I have used it before, and it is 4 times weak to fighting, but it's something that I would not be opposed to using. Like, if someone gave me a Weavile for a playthrough team, I'd be like, alright, I can make this work. Oh no. Weavile does not have a Mega. At least not yet. Those are just some fan designs that I had stuck in my head. Alright, so we're on to Magnezone, which I don't know where I found. Yeah, there's Magneton. Where did I put Magnemite? God. God, why can't I seriously put Magnemite above Magneton? Maybe it's because it was the kind of trio aspect. You know what? Magnezone's a great Pokemon. Electric Steel, yes, 4 times weak to ground. However, if it has to levitate, then it gets rid of that weakness. I'm putting it above Torterra. Licky Licky. It's a silly Pokemon. And I like it a little more than I like Licky Tongue. Rhyperior. Honestly, it's a weird direction for Rhydon to take. Like, in design. But I don't hate it. I like it almost as much as Rhydon. So, lower A tier. Tangrowth. It's just a bigger spaghetti monster. Where did I put Tangela? Man, am I blind or something? Okay, I'm gonna put you back there. Yeah, there's no way I have it up top. Okay, Tangela. Wait. Man, I seriously can't find Tangela. Uh, God, I know I don't really need to find Tangela. However, I kind of want to. You know what? Here's what I'm going to do. Oh, never mind, there it is. It was just staring me in the face. Right here. However, I'm going to put it above Chimecho because it does have some redeeming qualities, even though I haven't really used Tangrowth. I feel like it was a great step up from Tangela. Alright, so Electivire. I feel like this thing should have been part fighting type. However, it's still strong even without it. You know what? I'm going to actually put it above Kangaskhan in the A tier. Magmortar. As I grew up, I realized how silly the arm cannon kinda is. And it's kind of weird that Magmar evolves into this, but I still like it, just not as much as Magmar. Togekiss. This thing is an absolute unit. I am going to put it above the Lotties. It's a powerhouse. Like, no matter what kind of role you have it in, it's not going to disappoint. Even when it was normal flying, it was still one of the best Pokemon to use. But now that it has the fairy typing, It's still one of the best Pokemon to use for a Sinnoh playthrough. Yanmega. Honestly, this could have been like the second Bug Dragon Pokemon. So where the frick is Yanma? I'm not putting it right next to Yanma. However, I just want it to be higher up. So that's why I keep trying to find Pokemon in its line. I felt like I couldn't have put it up too high. Ah, there it is. Yeah, I'm going to put it above Mega Beedrill. Like, I don't really have too much of a connection to Yanmega, but I feel like it's a Pokemon that deserves a lot more love than it gets. And I have it in, like, upper B tier. Leafeon and Glaceon. They will follow the trend of the evolutions being ranked up towards the top. However, Leafeon, I will put above Jolteon, and Glaceon, I will put right below Leafeon. Like, like I've mentioned before, I'm kind of forcing myself to rank the evolutions because I love all of them, and I don't really have a set favorite. So yeah, I'm just putting all of them like in the same area, and they're all pretty much back to back to back to back to back, and they're all interchangeable. So I kind of have to force myself to put them in a basic order for now. Okay, so Gliscor. Absolutely love this thing. It is a strong Pokemon. Once again, 4 times weak to ice. Not really helpful facing Candace. However, it's still a strong Pokemon. I'm going to put it... yeah, right below Gibble. Mamoswine. I will put that right above Swinub, because this whole line, I feel like they're right on par with each other. Like, for design-wise. But Mamoswine is honestly the better and the best of the three. Porygon Z. Yeah, I'm going to put it above Porygon. Like, yeah, I know that I've been putting some Pokemon in the same evolutionary line next to each other, but that's what happens when I don't have too much of an attachment to them, or their designs are just not that different. I mean, yeah, Porygon to Porygon Z is really drastic of a change. But once again, the factor of have I actually used this Pokemon before really hinders it from going up any higher. Glade. I haven't used it as much as Gardevoir. Because the Fairy Psychic type is a great typing. Like, yeah, Fighting Psychic is also a good typing. It's just that I always forget how to evolve Kirlia into Glade. Mega Glade. Uh, where did I put Mega Gardevoir? Like, I'm not putting it next to it. Okay, yeah, it's down here. However, I like this one a bit. Well, not a. Yeah, I'd say it's more along the lines of here. Like in between Mega Heracross and Mega Mewtwo in the A tier. Like, it's honestly better looking, in my opinion, compared to Mega Gardevoir. But comparing it to Glade it's not as good. Uh, Probopass. Honestly, I gotta put it above Ambipom in B tier. Like, yeah, yes, it's still a compass that's a nose, but I I don't I don't like it as much. Okay, Dusk Noir. Now I'm just starting to realize how many new evolutions they added in Platinum. Uh, yeah, there's Duskull and Dusclops. Honestly, I don't like Dusk Noir as much as yeah, Duskull. Like, Duskull has that Gen 3 charm that I like. Dusk Noir, it's a cool progression. It just doesn't strike me as much. Frostlass. Uh, yeah, Glade. Well, yeah, there's Mega Glade. And a Glalie. There's Glalie. However, I'm going to put Frostlass above Meganium. This thing is a menace. Like, it has snow warning, which makes it more evasive in hail. Plus the ghost type added to the ice type. That's incredible. Okay, Rotom. I'll kind of rank all of these in the same area because I'm indifferent to all of them. Uh, I feel like Rotom is a respectable A tier above Alolan Diglett. Fan Rotom, I will put right below Rotom. Uh, the Fridge form right below Fan. Heat form right above the Fridge. Lawnmower uh right below the Fridge. And Wash honestly at the top. I think that's a pretty nice list. Rotom's a cool Pokemon that can be put into many different things. I'm glad that they don't have like Bike Rotom or Pokedex Rotom. What like my another big reason I like Rotom is a Pokemon. I know it's Pokepark. Like that mini game it has, absolutely wonderful. Uh, let's see. Uxie, I'm going to put in upper B tier, above Numel. I don't really use these Pokemon much. Mesprit, it's a roaming Pokemon, and it has angered me quite often. So I'm putting it in C tier above, below Charmeleon. Uh, Azelf, I will put right above Uxie in B tier. Like I don't use them much, but they're good designs. Mesprit just angers me. Okay, now we're on to Palkia. No, not Palkia, Dialga. I'm going to put you in A tier above Raikou. It's a cool design. I've had plenty of Pokemon cards with Dialga that were just some of my favorites. Um, Origin form, Dialga. I'm going to put it above Mr. Mime in B tier. I don't like it. However, it could be a lot worse. Palkia, I'm going to put right below Raikou. Like I understand why it's water type, but it just feels weird. Okay, this is honestly one of the worst origin forms ever. So I'm gonna put it above Mesprit. Heatran, this little fire frog thing. Um, 4 times weak to ground. In fact, it was one of the last legendaries that needed to be caught in Pokemon Pearl after after it was given to me. And in fact, I believe I caught it in a regular Pokeball. Either that or I caught it in like a couple Ultra Balls. So I'm gonna put it above Charizard in B tier. Regigigas. I don't like it as much as the other Reggies, so I'm gonna put it above Zapdos. It's a cool design. I like the backstory behind it, but sometimes it's just a pain in the butt to get because you need all of the Reggies in order to get it. Uh, Giratina. Uh, you know what? It's better than Rayquaza. Mainly because it's I like the darker aesthetic to it. The ghost typing really fits it. And the distortion world, freaking amazing. And then origin form, I like that better than the regular form. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25. Let's just hope I don't have more than 5 more going up here. Because then I'll have to start bringing some down. Cresselia, it's a roaming Pokemon. However, it's not as frustrating as you. And it's a good design. I'll put it above Chatot in A tier. Okay, so I think that one is Fione. Honestly, I'm gonna put it above Charizard. It's... Like, I don't know why it's a Pokemon. Because it's just a little too similar to Manaphy. Which, honestly, Manaphy is going above Mega Mewtwo X. Because it's a cute... Yeah, it's a cute Pokemon. It's strong. I just don't have much of an attachment to it. And the whole Fione thing is just a little wonky. Alright, we're down to our final 14. Darkrai. I'm going to put that above Deoxys. And no, above, yeah, let's go above Primeape. It's a cool dark type. For the longest time, I thought it was Park Ghost. Which, I mean, can you blame me? This thing should be Park Ghost type because it looks like a ghost. But the backstory behind it is cool. Like, what's not to love about it? Shaman. Absolutely freaking adorable. And it has 2 different forms that it can switch between. I'm gonna put it above Bayleaf. Sky form. I like it, just not as much as the regular form, so I'll put it below Bayleaf. We got Arceus. I hope this does not send me to the distortion world. But I don't like Arceus as much as I like Giratina. Yeah, so I'm just gonna put Arceus right below Lombre. It's a little weird because it kind of looks like a llama, but I don't hate it. Okay, now we're getting on to Hisui. Weirdier. Now, I wish Weirdier was more of a permanent evolution for Stantler. Like, I don't know where Stantler is. I feel like I put Stantler in, like, lower A tier. Yeah, it's right there. However, I'm going to put you Yeah, I'm gonna put you above Dawn Fan. Oh, excuse me. Like, having you as a permanent evolution to Stantler would make people care about Stantler even more. Cleavor, I love how it follows the trend of having a 500 base stat total, just like Scyther and Caesar. However, I I barely like Scyther more than it. Because in Pokemon Scarlet, I was shiny hunting for a shiny Cleavor in the Blueberry Academy. However, I found 3 shiny Scyther instead. Alright, Ursaluna and Blood Moon Ursaluna. I'm putting them right above Ursaring. Because Ursaring was already a great Pokemon. But since it got an evolution, it has really kind of skyrocketed to being really up here. Because, I'll be honest, before I got back into Pokemon Go in 2020, I would have put Ursaring more down here. But Pokemon Go really helped me appreciate Ursaring and Ursaluna. Well, it really helped me appreciate Ursaring. So it definitely went up here. Then when I heard Ursaluna was going to be a thing, it definitely raised its stock. Alright, Basculegion. I know one's like a male and the other one's female. I just don't know which one's which. Honestly, the best part of Basculin. So I'm gonna put them both above Galarian Wheezing. However, yeah, I'll put that one above this one. Like, the fact that it's like a lot of souls in one fish, that makes it metal. Like, not actual metal, but you know what I mean. Yeah, Sneasler, that's a D tier Pokemon. It's awkward. I don't like it. Overquill, best naming convention ever. Yeah, I put Hisui and Quillfish there, but Overquill, you're going up here above Honchkrow. I like that it's just a bigger pufferfish, and the name just really helps it get up there. And then we got Enamorous. Yeah. You know what I said about turtles earlier with Turtwig? Yeah, I don't really like this Pokemon. So, yeah, I sure hope that's not a spoiler on where I'm gonna put the genies. But anyway, that's all of the Hisui Pokemon and Sinnoh Pokemon. So, thank you all so much for watching the video. Please like, share, subscribe. Comment down below where you would rank some of these Pokemon, or any other video ideas you have for me, and I will catch you in the next one.